Hey guys, welcome back to another video. We've got a crazy update on Rivian because it is up 10% just today. So what's kind of shocking to me is that it went like all the way to $11, then all the way down to below even like very low $9, and that was all just a week ago. Now it's all the way back up to $11. At one point today, we saw, let's see, get all the way up to about $11.18. So this thing is really moving. If we go to a shorter time frame, we see it's doing what we expect to do in the lower part of consolidation, which is have these big moves up to the higher end, and that's where, it's going to be very hard, of course, to break out of. Once we see Rivian close above, about the $12 price, maybe a little bit less, then we can expect Rivian to have a larger move up. But the great part about this news is that we are back profitable on Rivian shares because I think my average was something like $10, maybe a little bit lower. It could have been better because I have been buying substantially when it did have this move back below consolidation. So we are back above back above $10 substantially, but just about $11. Very exciting. If we go back to this higher time frame, we do see Rivian is down a lot, but we can expect once we get a nice close above consolidation to see it go back up and start hitting these previous levels that it was trading at before. Now, if we go down here to their earnings that was reported recently, they actually missed on their last EPS, but this was, you have to consider, before they received the new $900 million grant in loans. So that's going to be absolutely amazing. And so maybe we can see even better than the expected EPS. Rivian could possibly beat EPS for the first time in 3 quarters, so almost a year. And that would be amazing. I think that would be a very likely catalyst to get this closing above this range. So with that being said, since we're still in a lot of Rivian shares, where do we want to start selling at? So I think personally, there's no reason for me to sell at a loss on Rivian because it's positioned itself so well now that it's probably a company I want to keep buying if it falls down. Now, of course, it is up substantially in the last month or two with this move back into consolidation. But if it is to break below again, I can't really think of a price at which I would want to sell instead of just buying more, because you can make a lot of money selling calls even when the stock is down. So where do I want to start selling it for a profit? So probably the best place initially to get out of a majority of the shares is going to be around $15. This is where we saw this big move down here. We also have this big move up, so we can kind of identify this as a range where we'll see a lot of volatility, potentially to the downside, but of course potentially to the upside, which means we do want to keep still a good number of shares to sell for it to get back into the 20s. I do think it's very possible for Rivian to reach $20 within the next year. It was actually at 20, all the way up here at $25 very recently in December of last year. So that's just a few months ago. So I think it's very possible for it to go back up and hit those prices, considering all the great news that's come out with them. So they're making the Amazon vans. I saw one for the first time last week in action, out and about delivering packages, and they're partnering with DHL to do the a very similar deal. So they're making DHL vans. They also, like I said, released an article not too long ago showing they got about, it was either 800 or 900 million in loans and incentives for them to do well, for them to expand their production, which is great. That means we can expect them to have a lot more cash, because right now their main issue is that they're burning so much cash, and that's why the stock price is falling. But now, since they don't have to worry about that as much, investors are more likely to buy at these prices. So I definitely expect Rivian to rise from here. With that being said, I actually would like my position in Rivian to be much larger. Now we can see it's at $11, and I have a call that's in the money at $11, so I'll be selling 100 of my shares if the price is above $11 on Friday, which right now looks to be the case because it's only Monday as of today. And so we still have 4 more days for me to see if I'm going to be selling 100 of those shares. Of course, it'll be at a big gain because my average was below near $10, but I'd like to be holding on to a lot of shares still to be selling, at these very, very appealing prices. So with that being said, I will be buying more Rivian if it falls. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope that you guys have a great day. Let me know in the comments if you are currently invested in Rivian and what your average price is, because I know a lot of people got in very early. I was very fortunate to get in at really good prices on Rivian. But yeah, let me know what your game plan is with your shares. Like I said, thanks for watching and have a great day.